Today I come to you with some gluing. I did a one magazine challenge, and what that means is I took this one magazine and I ripped everything out that I wanted, and I made some spreads using just those pages from that magazine. And the magazine I chose was Food and Wine. It's one that I get every month, and I do get some pretty cool stuff out of it, but it's never really been my favorite. It does have some cool textures and some neat designs and you know, food related things, which I love, but it's not usually my go-to. But when I received this month's, I put it aside and I said, you know what? There are some awesome things in this magazine, and we are going to do some awesome stuff. So that is what I did. And that page there was actually the cover. And I just fell in love with it right away. Find Your Escape there, written on top of muffins. It's just cool. And there were lots of great food pictures, lots of great texture pages, and some pretty awesome, you know, destination, vacation-y, beachy kind of places. So those are muffins right there that I'm gluing down now. So yeah, I loved the color. I loved this page. I loved that whole thing there. And it's hard because I try so hard not to cover the stuff up that I love, but it's like, you know, I have to in order to fill the page up. I have to cover it up a little bit, you know, but I feel like that picture there should be framed. I just loved it so much. It was so cool. And I'm using my Amazon Basics glue sticks, and I really think that those are just Elmer's. They behave like Elmer's. They smell like Elmer's. I think those are just an Elmer's glue all stick with Amazon's name slapped on it. I have some smaller, really small pictures too that I was going to use to make inchies, but I lost all the inchy bases. I made about 300 inchy bases, and I lost the box that they were in, so I don't know. I bought a square punch, and I punched out a crap load of inchies from painted papers, and it just disappeared somewhere into the abyss. I ended up with a lot of images left over too. I couldn't believe the stuff that I had left over, so I really did get some good stuff out of this magazine. And I'm gluing it in my, I don't know, my junky composition book, but it's not really junky because I put a lot of Happy Mail stuff in there, and I put a lot of art from other people. So it's kind of like a catch-all book along the same lines as like the Fatty Patty or just a, you know, junky glue book sort of thing. It's kind of a catch-all that I really enjoy doing because there's no limits and I do whatever I want in it. And I also enjoy going through and looking at them, especially since I put Happy Mail and stuff in there, you know, and some gorgeous things that have been made and sent to me. So the composition book is a good size, and it works out very well for that purpose. And I glue in the crease. I don't care. I glue in the middle. You can all think that I'm a crazy wild person, but I've never had a composition book fall apart on me for gluing it in the middle. I mean, look at those bottles, and look at what they're on. I mean, I just can't believe the color and the content, and, you know, I didn't read any of the magazine, but the image content that this magazine had, I really enjoyed this month's Food and Wine magazine. So if you get the Food and Wine magazine, I hope you can have just as much fun. And if you want to know where I got it off of Recycle Bank. I use the app, but you can do it on the web browser. Oh, excuse me. recyclebank.com. And it's actually really, you can't see this lady. I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't have the whole page in frame. You can get some really cool magazines. I accidentally just signed up for a whole bunch of magazines that I haven't been getting, like Veranda, and they have HGTV, which they didn't have before. And HGTV has a ton of furniture to cut out, like dressers and end tables and, you know, weird gluebook fodder in HGTV. And what else did I signed up? Oh, Harper's Bazaar. I've never gotten it. And I've heard so many people like, oh my God, Harper's Bazaar. It's like the perfect size magazine for a glue book. So, you know, I'm going to be saving all those magazines. And I'm also going to save my Veranda magazines because I love the pages. They're so thick. This magazine has pretty thin pages. So, you know, wrinkling happens. There's some wrinkling. Again, I'm sorry. I am out of frame on that left side. So I have a lot of video content in the works. I need to like make a folder on my phone for all of my in progress videos because I have like 20 videos. I have 20 things going on, and I'm trying very hard to edit them now that I know how, and not just have it be, you know, a whole bunch of crap on, you have to watch a whole bunch of weird stuff going on, like, you know, me sifting through images or whatever. And I can now edit that stuff, and I could do this where I speed it up, or else you'd be watching a 40-minute long video of me not knowing what I want to put on next. So, you know, the video editing works out pretty well. I just, that picture there came from another spread, and it came from another page in there, and I could not decide which way was up. I couldn't decide if it was upside down until finally I said, oh, look, there's something hanging right here, and it definitely isn't hanging upside down, so. It is not defying gravity, not today. So I put it on there right. It wouldn't have mattered which way because I was just in it for all that clutteriness. I found out from one of my decorating groups that I joined on Facebook. It's called Cluttercore. They have Cluttercore going on. Royal milk tea. That can just sticks out to me. I just love that royal milk tea. In praise of escapes. That's what the book was like based on, was the great escape of food, which I love food. Food helps me escape for sure. But yeah, I really enjoyed that magazine this month. It is so gloomy here today and so rainy. I just love it because it's warm. It's 80 degrees, so, you know, if it was 40, not so much, but warm rainy days. Those glasses are awesome, and I'm trying so hard to find a place to put them this whole video, and you'll see in the end where I put them. Yeah, you'll see. But after I glued them down, I said, oh man, I should have traced them onto something so I could make a template with it, you know? I'm sorry for the background noise. I have a 3-year-old running around. While I'm making this video too, I have to put hand lotion on my 3-year-old, and I also had to remove a hangnail from her finger. So I'd say I did pretty good. Gluing, lotioning, hangnailing. Sorry for my big ugly arm there, just flapping in the breeze. A storied salad. How cool is that phrase? I love the words. I love some of the words and some of the phrases you can make. I love the things that make no sense, like a storied salad. How cool is that? Have you ever eaten a storied salad? Because I haven't eaten a storied salad. I've eaten a lot of different kinds of salads, but never a storied one. So, yeah, so I filled up a few pages. I think I got like four spreads from that one magazine, and I had images left. So, you know, it was definitely... I'm going to do this again. I like doing this, especially with these magazines like this one here. You know, I mean, a fashion magazine, yeah, you can do it with a fashion magazine, but I use the fashion magazines to get my people and my textures, and, you know, it would be just a lot of the same thing. This magazine here, look, that's a map, and the other page was, you know, cupcakes and roses, and I've got beaches coming up, and boats, and, you know, You got to, I like to see, look, there's a lighthouse. And I'm debating, and I'm like, you know what, it's too square. Let's de-square it. That's a word, by the way. In the artistic world, we're going to de-square. I gotta find those inchies. I had watched a woman's video. I will post her link below, where she does this book of inchies every month, and it's like an inchie gallery. And I want to make my own inchie gallery, so I am totally all about that. Gonna inchie gallery it up. And look at that. They're like gumdrops or truffles or something. Oh, man. They just look delightful. I just want to be their friends. And even these back had gorgeous images, but I said, no, I got to keep this front. These gumdrop thingies are just singing to my soul. They are setting my heart on fire. So we have to do that. And I mean, that page alone is beautiful. You don't need anything else, but you know, we're going to go ahead and add some little doodads with it. And I'm sorry, my daughter's playing with the camera stand there. That's why you get a little bit of an earthquake going on. But yeah, see, the glue definitely behaves like Elmer's glue all. So I'm really going to assume that it's Elmer's glue all. So if you order Elmer's, if you don't like the price of the Amazon Basics anymore, look at the glue all glue sticks. I am 99.9% sure that they are the same thing, because the Elmer's glue sticks are what I use for everything else, and it's usually because of the price. And I ordered the Amazon ones because they were cheap, but now I'm hearing rumors that they are expensive, that they've gone up in price. So, yeah, go ahead and order the Elmer's glue all. And the Elmer's glue all comes in the fat sticks too, which I am a fat stick person. These are nice, but it takes like 40 years to soak down the backside of a takes like 40 years to soak down the backside of a full page image with the glue that way. Look at these little, like, I just love these little border pieces. They were all over the place in there, so I cut them all out, and I haven't measured them, but I'm pretty sure that those could be inchies too, which I might, you know, because I might do that in my inchie gallery that I'm going to make. My inchie gallery book. I have to come up with a size and figure out how I want to do it. But I'm pretty pumped. Those glasses again, there they are. They just gotta be. They just gotta be somewhere. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that my arm was so prominent in this. I could at least get a nice tattoo on it or something so you have something nice to look at. There's a sneezing girl. I don't end up using her. But see, I like this. I like the drinky things. Like that cup of, I don't know, it's green. Green is like, wow, it's cool. You think it's a potion, you know? It's a potion. Nope, sneezy lady, get out of my life. Okay. Next, we do the boat. And I love the birds on top of that boat. I did everything in my power not to cover them up because they are just, birds are just awesome. This old man. See, look, he's got some clutter core going on back there. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I know my decorating words. Might as well call me an interior designer. Oh, and speaking of interior designer, I bought a plant. Her name is Georgette. I'll be posting pictures on my Instagram once I have her hung. I don't have a hanger right now, so I do have 2 hangers, but they're lost somewhere. So I'm going to have to buy one. Then I'll find the 2 that I lost, which are owls, by the way. They are owls with hooks for plants. So I'm going to have to buy one. And or hang it from my ceiling from a hook, which I might do if the beam lines up where I need it. And then the only thing left is to find myself a pretty ceramic ceramic pot, because it's in a plastic one. And I bought a book, How Not to Kill Your Houseplants, and I learned that if you punch holes in the bottom of your plastic one and then put the whole plastic pot into a pretty ceramic one, you don't have to worry about holes. You see? See what I did there? So I can just water it where it is, you know? Which will be nice. And I want a macrame. So if anybody knows how to macrame, hit me up on the kind of thread I should buy, because I want to macrame myself a plant hanger, because I am totally into that. Oh, there she is. There's the lady. I love her. She is so pretty. Oh, I think my daughter just fell in the house. She fell into the house from the outside. I just love that lady. She's like, yeah, just eating my pasta in a totally, you know, not working way, because you know when you're going to eat it like that, you're going to get it on your shirt. Can't lean back and eat pasta. All I want is to cover up the white. That's really all that I do. Sorry if you heard my phone buzz. My Girl Scout troop leaders sending pictures of a spread they put on for Teachers Appreciation Week. This week we all bought a bunch of snacks and goodies. I was on grape patrol. I bought the grapes and I washed the grapes. And she laid them all out today, so looks nice. The Girl Scouts, I really like that my daughter's in Girl Scouts. She seems to really enjoy it. My youngest, I don't know if she'd enjoy it. She might, you know, she's only 3. I don't know what kind of person she's going to be yet. She's probably going to be a crazy one, you know, but she's already crazy. So, you know how it goes. And that, I just, you know, to cover up the words, and then I just flipped it over to the other side. And that works for me, you know. And I like to cover edges of pages sometimes. It adds more interest. I'm going to put the glasses on the gumdrops. Yep, there we go. I covered up 2 of the less vibrant gumdrops, so all the vibrant ones are still there. I was thinking about grabbing my black pencil and kind of going around it and seeing, you know, and just defining some of the images. And I might still do that. And if I do, I will post the images. I will post the images on my Instagram. You know, and I might not do it. You know, who knows? Who knows? You just never know what's going to happen. Art is just something that can't be planned. You have to just roll with the feels, you know? And that's pretty much what I did with this. I just rolled with the feels. That's why it's, you know, when I'm gluing, I'm undecided a lot of times, and I just grab something that fits. It's like a puzzle for me. I just grab something that fits in the space, doesn't cover up too much of the space, you know. I try to include words on everything, even though most of my words don't make any sense. Memories to make, moments to savor. So I'm going to go back and we're going to look at my spread. I'm going to try and find a place for Sneezy McFleazy there, but I can't. I do decide to put, I think maybe I didn't put anything in the white space. Nope, Sneezy can't go on the roof. I'm sorry that it's out of frame a little bit, but I do put that border piece just to cover up those white lines that just burn through my eyeballs when I look at them. So just cover that up. There we go. Now we're in frame. See, look at that. And I close my book, and I'm going to show you what I have left of my images. That's the one full page. And then I have some more of the border pieces, some of my rippy bits. And, you know, I put all those small pieces in there in my hand to show you the ones I was going to use for my inchies. Great. That went with the other escapes phrase there. So I really hope that you try this with the one magazine, you know, and take a magazine that you know will have all kinds of different stuff in it, or one that's harder. You know, you can find stuff out of one that's a little bit tougher to get things out of, you know, a technology magazine or a car magazine or something. You know, try that. Try it with a fashion magazine. I never did. But those are what I have left, and I love you all. Ta-ta for now.